The 1980 D$1 coin of the United States is part of the Susan B. Anthony dollar series, a historic coinage that represents an important moment in American numismatic and social history. This coin was struck at the Denver Mint in 1980, which is indicated by the small D mint mark located on the obverse side, just above Susan B. Anthony's shoulder. The Susan B. Anthony dollar was the first U.S. coin to feature a real woman who was not a symbolic figure, honoring Susan B. Anthony, a leading figure in the women's rights movement and a powerful advocate for women's suffrage in the United States. Although the coin did not gain wide popularity in everyday circulation due to its similarity in size and color to the quarter dollar, it remains an important collectible today and continues to attract interest from coin collectors around the world. The obverse of the 1980 D dollar shows a detailed portrait of Susan B. Anthony facing right, with the word Liberty around the upper edge of the coin and the date 1980 clearly visible. The phrase, "In God We Trust," appears to the left of her portrait, split into two lines. The reverse side of the coin features a powerful and symbolic design of an eagle landing on the moon, holding an olive branch, with the Earth visible in the background. This reverse design was originally used on the Apollo 11 commemorative dollar and represents peace, achievement, and America's space exploration success. Surrounding the reverse design are the inscriptions, United States of America and $1, reinforcing the coin's denomination and national identity. The 1980 D. Susan B. Anthony dollar is composed of a copper-nickel-clad composition, with an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. The coin weighs approximately 8.1 grams and has a diameter of 26.5 millimeters, with an 11-sided inner border that helps distinguish it from the quarter, even though many people still confuse the two coins in circulation. This confusion was one of the main reasons the Susan B. Anthony dollar series struggled commercially during its production years from 1979 to 1981 and briefly again in 1999. In terms of mintage, the Denver Mint produced a large number of 1980 D$1 coins, with more than 41 million pieces struck for circulation. Because of this high mintage, the coin is generally considered common, especially in circulated condition. However, condition plays a very important role in determining the coin's value. In heavily circulated condition, where the coin shows clear signs of wear such as softened details on Susan B. Anthony's hair and face, flattened lettering, and surface scratches, the value of the coin is usually close to its face value, around $1 to $1.50. These circulated coins are typically collected only as type examples or by beginners. As the condition improves, the value increases gradually. In lightly circulated condition, often referred to as about uncirculated, where only minor wear is visible on the highest points of the design, the 1980 D dollar may be worth around $2 to $3. Coins in this condition still retain much of their original detail and appeal, but have seen some use in circulation. When the coin is found in uncirculated condition, meaning it shows no wear from circulation and retains its original mint luster, the value becomes more interesting for collectors. Uncirculated examples of the 1980 D. Susan B. Anthony dollar typically sell for around $4 to $8, depending on eye appeal, luster, and surface quality. Higher-grade uncirculated coins, especially those graded by professional grading services such as MS-65 or higher, can command higher prices. In MS-65 condition, a 1980 D dollar can be worth approximately $10 to $20. Coins with exceptionally clean surfaces, strong strikes, and bright original luster may sell for even more at auction. However, because this issue is relatively common, extremely high prices are usually reserved only for top population coins in very high grades, such as MS-67 or MS-68, which are much harder to find. In these rare top conditions, prices can reach several $100s, especially if demand among registry set collectors is strong. Proof versions of the Susan B. Anthony dollar were not struck at the Denver Mint, so any 1980 D coin you find will be a business strike intended for circulation. Still, collectors should be careful to look for errors or varieties, as mint errors can significantly increase the coin's value. Errors such as off-center strikes, broad strikes, double strikes, or clipped planchets can be worth anywhere from $50 to several $100s, depending on the severity and visibility of the error. Die varieties, such as doubled dies, are rare for this issue, but can also add premium value if authenticated. The historical importance of the Susan B. Anthony dollar adds another layer of interest to the 1980 D issue. Although the coin was not widely accepted by the public at the time, it paved the way for future small-size dollar coins, including the Sacagawea dollar and the Presidential Dollar series. Today, the Susan B. Anthony dollar is appreciated not only for its numismatic value, but also for its role in honoring a key figure in American history and promoting the recognition of women on U.S. coinage. For collectors, the 1980 D1 coin is an affordable and accessible piece that fits well into a complete Susan B. Anthony dollar set or a broader U.S. modern coin collection. It is also a popular choice for educational purposes, helping new collectors learn about grading, mint marks, and the impact of condition on coin value. While it may not be a hidden treasure worth thousands in most cases, a well-preserved 1980 D Susan B. Anthony dollar still holds steady collector interest and represents an important chapter in the story of American coinage. If you ever come across a 1980 D1 coin, it is worth checking its condition carefully under good lighting, looking for strong luster, clean surfaces, and sharp details. Even though most examples are modestly valued, high-grade coins and unusual errors can still surprise collectors. Holding this coin is like holding a small piece of American history, reflecting both the challenges and progress of modern U.S. coin design and circulation. As collectors continue to study the 1980 D1 coin, many begin to realize that its true value is not always measured only in dollars and cents, but also in the story it carries and the era it represents. During the late 1970s and early 1980s, the United States was experimenting with ways to modernize its coinage system, reduce production costs, and encourage the public to use dollar coins instead of paper currency. The Susan B. Anthony dollar was a bold step in that direction, even though public response was mixed. The 1980 D issue sits right in the middle of this experiment, making it a meaningful coin for anyone interested in modern American history. Over time, many of these coins were stored away in bank vaults, government reserves, and private collections, which is why uncirculated examples are still commonly found today. However, not all uncirculated coins are equal. Some show weak strikes, dull surfaces, or heavy contact marks from being stacked in bags at the mint. Collectors often search carefully for examples with strong details in the hair, sharp lettering, and bright original luster, because these qualities separate an average coin from a truly desirable one. This careful examination is part of what makes coin collecting both challenging and rewarding. Another interesting aspect of the 1980 D1 coin is how it performs in long-term collecting trends. While it may not experience sudden explosive price jumps like ultra-rare classic coins, it has shown steady demand among collectors building complete sets. Many collectors prefer coins that are affordable yet historically important, and this coin fits that category perfectly. It also appeals to international collectors who admire American coin designs and the significance of Susan B. Anthony as a historical figure. When examining this coin closely, collectors should also pay attention to edge quality, rim strength, and overall eye appeal. Coins with clean rims and minimal marks often receive higher grades and stronger market prices. Even small differences in surface preservation can have a noticeable effect on value when the coin is professionally graded. This is why experienced collectors recommend handling coins carefully, holding them only by the edges, and storing them in protective holders to preserve their condition over time. For beginners, the 1980 D. Susan B. Anthony dollar serves as an excellent learning coin. It teaches important lessons about mint marks, grading standards, mintage numbers, and how public acceptance can influence a coin's legacy. It also shows that not every valuable coin needs to be made of silver or gold. Sometimes historical relevance and collector interest are just as important. As more people become interested in modern U.S. coins, appreciation for issues like the 1980 D dollar continues to grow slowly but steadily. Collectors often enjoy comparing this coin with other years in the Susan B. Anthony series, noticing small differences in strike quality and surface finish between the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. These comparisons deepen understanding and make collecting more engaging. Over time, even a simple coin like this can become a favorite piece in a collection because of the memories, research, and learning associated with it. In the end, the 1980 D$1 coin stands as a reminder that every coin has a story. Whether it is found in a collection, inherited from family, or discovered unexpectedly, it represents a moment in American history and the continuing evolution of U.S. coinage. Taking the time to study and appreciate such coins adds meaning to the hobby and connects collectors across generations and countries. If you enjoy learning about rare and interesting coins like this and want to discover more hidden stories and values from everyday coins, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel Rare Coins Galaxy USA. Your support helps us bring more detailed and educational coin content to you. Thank you very much for watching, and we truly appreciate your time. Stay tuned for more exciting videos. And thank you for being part of Rare Coins Galaxy USA.